Okay, this is my very first video of ever doing anything like this before. Again, my name is Ron Grimes. Made a video yesterday. Um, this is the man back behind the curtain, so to speak. And I thought I would just give you just a little bit about myself. The reason I got the V-neck on is I'm fixing to go walking and try to get my 10,000 steps in for the day. I've never did a video like this before in my life, especially since I gained all the weight. 12 years ago, I weighed about, what was it, about 220 pounds. And within the last 10 to 12 years, I've gained about 140 to 120 pounds. It's a lot of weight. I'm so thankful for my wife that even though I was changing dramatically on the outside, and I went from a 34, 36-inch waist, and now I wear 52 and 2 and 3X shirts, and it's I went through a dramatic change and didn't even really know why I was changing for. I know that I used to be a truck driver, and I sit on my butt for 20 hours a day, and zero cardio, didn't eat right. It was just really a big mess. Like I said yesterday, I've tried all the diets. I did the Slim Fast diet. That's nice for just a little while, but long term it just didn't work out very well for me. And we went to the Subway diet. That's nice for a little while, but it's just not something that I could get a hold of to take me on long term. So I really needed something to help me out. But back to why I gained this weight for, that I didn't know it. That I've got a pituitary mass in my head. It's when I had it checked out, they said it's one of the largest they've ever seen. It's a big mass. And what it does is it sets up there around your pituitary gland, and it affects your testosterone level. It affects a lot of things. It makes you very emotional. I was crying uncontrollably, and I just couldn't stop crying. One night I was crying so hard that I couldn't stop, and I'm talking about the ugly cry. And what I was crying about was I was watching Duck Dynasty. And y'all know Uncle Si on Duck Dynasty. And somebody had stole his tea glass. And that right there affected me so bad, and I was so sad and so mad about that I just started to cry. I mean, I had a pillow, and I was just bawling and bawling and bawling and bawling about this. And my wife walked in, and she looked at me, and she said, "I don't know what's wrong with you, but you're all the time crying." I'm talking about the ugly cry. She says, "Your emotions are all out of whack, and everything's all messed up." And she said, "It's just like this right here. If you don't go get some help for yourself, I'm going to have to go get some help for myself. But something has got to change." And I was really depressed, that I picked up all this weight. We was constantly buying clothes with the X's and X's and X's on them. And it was just a bad time of my life. Just didn't want to be here no more. Just didn't want to be here no more. So just so happens, I've always known about the Atkins diet. The one that I've heard about is that you can eat a whole pig for breakfast, and you can eat like a whole cow for supper time, and a stack of ribs to the moon and back for supper time, and it was just all meat. And I didn't understand it. And one night, my friends, what I did is I was just scrolling down on YouTube. And if you've ever done this before, what you'll find out is there are dozens and dozens of people doing what Jonathan does. You know, you got these professors and these doctors and all these people, and I'm scrolling down and I see Jonathan. I see Jonathan. Of all the people in the world, I see Jonathan. And I played his video. I watched all his videos over and over again. And I told my wife, I said, I want to try the Atkins diet. Now, one thing about my wife is she has always been my biggest cheerleader. She has literally loved me unconditionally. When I was 200 pounds, she loved me. When I got up to 342 pounds, she still loved me. She has been by my side every step of the way. But I'm here to tell you that Jonathan and this group of people saved my life because I didn't want to live anymore. I'm sitting on top of my number one enemy right now. It was my couch. And I was glued to this couch and I couldn't get up. I didn't want to get up. I've got 3 grandbabies. I love them to death. I don't want to get outside no more. And I felt like that I was spiraling out of control. And a lot of that has to do with this mass in my brain. And what I do about that right there is I take a form of chemotherapy twice a week. And they're trying to shrink it down. I say something like Roundup. They're trying to shrink it on down and make it to where they don't have to do surgery on me. We're going to try that first, and I've been like this now for about 3 years. In 3 years, I have never not had a headache. I've got a headache right now, but for the last 3 years, there's never been, I can probably count on one hand the number of times I've never had a headache. It just throbs all the time. And I know that a lot of people are going through a lot of stuff. And we hear all the time. We hear it all the time. And it kind of makes me sick when I hear people say it. Well, if I can do it, you can do it. That's kind of where I'm at. If I can go from 500 steps a day, which I'm fixing to go back outside and go, check that out. I'm fixing to go back outside and do my steps a day. I want to get 10,000 steps one way or the other. If I can do it, anybody can do it. My wife has medical issues, Linda. She has Chiari malformation. Look it up. It's really complicated and it's really bad. This is my very first video. I've never did this before. It's 8 minutes and 30 seconds. It's a makeshift video, folks. It's nothing fancy. I wish to God I was on a boat. I'm looking at a sunset right now making this video, but I just got this on my chair right here, and this makeshift all the way. But I want to watch it. I want to watch it. I've never did it before. I want to watch it and kind of see what it looks like, and then if I like it, I want to go ahead, because I am my own worst critic, and you probably are too at times. We love you. I thank Jonathan for allowing me to be part of this group. It's changed my life. My hashtag is on the water. Thank y'all. I love y'all. Be strong.